Now, this next section, this is called writing and speaking. Other things being equal, a superior rating will invariably be given to the officer who is preserved in his studies of the art of self-expression, while his colleague, who attaches little importance to what may be achieved through working with the language, will be marked for mediocrity. So we're talking about reading and speaking, writing and speaking. As the British statesman Disraeli put it, men govern with words. Within the military establishment, command is exercised through what is said, which commands attention and understanding, and through what is written, which directs, explains, interprets, or informs. Battles are won through the ability of men to express concrete ideas in clear and unmistakable language. Battles are won through clear and unmistakable language. That's how battles are won. Back to the book. All administration is carried forward along the chain of command by the power of men to make their thoughts articulate and available to others. There is no way under the sun that this basic condition can be altered. Once the point is granted, any officer should be ready to accept its corollary, that superior qualification in the use of language, both as to the written and the spoken word, is more essential to military leadership than knowledge of the whole technique of weapons handling. So when people ask me why I studied English in college, this is why I studied English in college. Some men will take refuge in the excuse offered by the great majority. I'm just a simple fighting file with no gift for writing or speaking. That is the mark of an officer who has no ambition to properly qualify himself and is seeking to justify his own laziness. And the reason he's saying that is because he thinks that you can become a good writer. Back to the book. Writers are self-made. But it is a reasonable speculation that history might never have heard of the greater number of these men had they not worked sedulously to become proficient with the pen as well as with the sword. Men who command words to serve their thoughts and feelings are well on their way to commanding men to serve their purposes. All senior commanders respect the junior who has a faculty for thinking an idea through and then expressing it comprehensively in clear, unvarnished phases. So you're young leader out there, young trooper, think about improving your method of thought. Think about making your speech more clear. Any man who has the brain to qualify for commission can make of himself a competent writer. Because of natural limitations, he may never excel in this art, but if he has had average schooling, knows how to open a dictionary, can find his way to the library, and is willing to commit himself to long study and practice, particularly in non-duty hours, and will finally free himself from the superstition that writing is a game only for specialists, he can acquire all the skill that is necessary to further his advance within the military profession. But where should work begin? How about a little practical advice? The only way to learn to write is to write. That's it. There is no other secret other than hard, unremitting practice. Most writers at the start are mentally muscle-bound and poorly coordinated. They have thoughts in their head. They think they can develop them clearly, but when they try to apply a largely dormant vocabulary to the expression of these thoughts, the result is stiff and self-conscious. The only cure for this is constant mental exercise with one's pen or over one's typewriter. The discipline through which one learns to write adds substance to thought, whereby one's ideas are given body and connection. Such common faults as wordiness, overstatement, faulty sentence structure, and weak use of words are gradually corrected. With their passing, confidence grows. This does not mean, however, that the task becomes easy. So you can get better at this game. You just got to practice. Kind of like getting better at pull-ups. How you get better at pull-ups?
Do pull-ups.
Do pull-ups.
Yeah.